Hello there, folks. It's Nuclear Skull 87, perhaps known by my real name, Luke Joseph Murphy, as well as my other nickname, Luke the Nuke. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing part two of my Call of Cthulhu gaming walkthrough, and we're on Chapter 2, Darkwater Port. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. That's the only clue. She left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, an address. A warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Interesting. A lot of post 9/11 horror games like their bleak, drab, sort of washed out colors and visuals. You notice that's been somewhat of a trend since after those terrorist attacks. I think it's just made everything more dark, more cynical, and whatnot. And that was something I mentioned in one of my Serious Sam gaming videos, I believe. Anyhow, it's almost done loading. Excuse me, just a little bit of allergies. Finally. Took a little longer than usual, admittedly. Not sure if we're supposed to follow that guy there. I think so, though. Let me see. On the approaches to Darkwater, I saw thick clouds masking the sky. They were so low, they seemed intent on impaling themselves in the sharp reefs that circled the island. Fitzroy, the captain of the only tug that manages to float to the mainland, offered to help me. He may have documents that belong to Charles Hawkins. Fitzroy advised me to visit the port's bar. He mentioned a little pick-me-up. I suppose I could get the lay of the land at the same time. Fishermen have gathered around the carcass of a killer whale. I could have a look and see what the local cops have got to tell me. Captain Fitzroy offered to share with me what he has found on the Hawkins in the archives of the harbor master's office. Secondary objectives: go to the bar, talk to Bradley. I'm guessing that's the bar up there, and we're supposed to follow that guy right there. Oops. Wonder what interesting stuff they've got here.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor. This blackboard hasn't been used in a long while. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman.
Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Cat. Guess it's a woman. Threatening letter. Okay. Maybe that isn't where I was supposed to go after all. Hey, I'm learning this. This is my second time playing this, so of course that's going to be the case. Ah, finally got one of my objectives done. It's some rather creepy scening, if you ask me. I don't know why, but I found it spooky. Just the way it sounds. Okay, I wonder what's going on here.
Let's get him another. Try.
my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun. And I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
The way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
But steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
In terms of some of the RPG elements, this reminds me a little bit
Get
of
along well.
ID Software's Rage a bit.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
You know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night.
Spooky.
Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Sorry for doing that part
steeped
again,
in
but
glory.
hey, what the
We've
heck?
never known such
Maybe
wealth
some
since
stuff
then.
is educational for you to go over again.
That'll be all for now.
Hey, you singing rough and ready sailors.
You like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend.
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof. Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's
What
framed
report?
right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
end? You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
One of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Good night, stranger. See what these guys have to say.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Miraculous catch. The Scylla returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater Port late on Thursday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales, the cetacean that is already being called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful, nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshop, or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate. Guess I already read that. Except I'll say extract from the notebook of Edward Pierce, private detective.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader. That's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
What you looking at, stranger?
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so calmly.
What gives you the right to judge me?
It was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger.
It's locked. Because I know the other secondary objective is we need to talk to a guy named Bradley. Who that is yet, I'm not sure. This isn't exactly how I typically think of a 1920s setting. Rough and rugged, almost like the ruggeder, wilder aspects of the 19th century, you could say. See if one of these guys happened to be Bradley.
You can stay to watch if you want. You can pick up the pieces.
Come on, you bastard. Nothing for you here either. Pretext.
Okay, that's not where we were supposed to talk to him. He's around here somewhere, though. Bradley, that is.
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any? The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
There are new objectives we'll have after that. Okay, talk to Fitzroy. I'm guessing he's the guy up there. The elderly sailor guy we met earlier. At least I think. Maybe he's a totally different character. So I can seem to tell here. Nice lighthouse in the background. Or the distance, as they tend to more often say. Okay. Oh, I know where we're supposed to talk to Fitzroy. Duh. Let's see what this lamp is quickly over here. Yeah, nothing special, I guess. Okay, and let's go up here.
I brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Ah, that's where we're supposed to grab it.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. That's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? Interesting. Guess I already looked at it. Let's see what's here.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Oh, that's how you spell that word, Scylla.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 7 years. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust repair.
Interesting toilet. What's over here? This second volume teaches ethics and good practice to medical staff. Interesting. Okay, rotated like what you do in the Resident Evil 1 remake. Interesting. Okay. Alright. That needed to be booted up, I believe, a little bit. Oh well. I don't know what's up here. Let's find out. Interesting stuff.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
In this photograph, a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg. This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
What a macabre souvenir.
Interesting, yeah. Figure out where to meet Fitzroy again. Oh, there he is. Let's have a see what this is.
This place seems half abandoned.
here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights of the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom? I'm looking for Warehouse 36. You know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on the wall of the stranded whale.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Yosh. As Sean Connery would say.
Where do you think you're going?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
I'm not here to hinder your work, officer. Edward Pierce, private detective.
Sorry, we're all a little on edge today. What are you doing here?
I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
Darn it. Why do you want to drag up all that stuff again?
My investigation has led me to this warehouse.
That case was closed months ago.
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone. You again. I told you to beat it.
No need to get worked up.
This guy. No idea. You better keep it shut.
Where we don't have a clear conscience.
Quiet. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
Cat. She's your boss.
What?
You listen through keyhole.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
Reminds me of the Joker from Batman.
She sounds frightening.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
What are you guarding exactly?
Listen, bonehead, we already told you that we're guarding our boss's turf.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
Now, we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
I bid you gentlemen farewell. You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
How can I be the one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords.
You bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right.
We're no match for the moment. We're annoyed. It's understandable.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Darkwater?
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early, Val?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
I have an offer that could interest you.
We're listening.
I need you to keep them busy for a while.
You send us to take the punishment while you go quietly about your business. What's in it for us?
What would convince you to help me?
There's only one thing that'll get us to move.
For sure. Bring us something to drink and we'll take care of the bootleggers.
Liquor?
Exactly.
I'll try to find some for you.
Where you grab some liquor. Oh, I think so. Sorry for the pause in dialogue and commentary there. I was just focusing on the dialogue, and for you viewers watching this video, I wanted you to also be able to listen in on it as well. So I thought that was important as well, not just for me to be able to hear it, but for you guys as well. So sorry again for the pause in dialogue and commentary. Okay, what are these two peculiar folks?
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
That fluke. And he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean, they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Maybe if we can find that guy who serves the bar here, maybe. Oh, there he is.
What can I get you?
Let's say I want to buy a bottle.
Choice is yours. Everything's on sale.
What would you say to a deal? Your bottle or service?
It's $5 for everyone, including you.
Are you sure?
Certain.
I guess I'm not desperate.
I'm not judging you.
That'll be all for now.
They're not even there anymore. Interesting. Oh, wait a minute. I was looking at the wrong spot. My bad.
So, have you got what we asked you for?
Here.
Oh, I was doing the
Now,
going to the
sit
right
back
place.
and enjoy our performance. Follow me.
So we're gonna follow them, obviously, as they're saying.
Cheers, jackass.
I don't feel well.
Hey, where are you going? I hope you're safe. No, it's not what you think. It's just that you sell your stuff at too high a price.
So what goes on here? This will be interesting.
You get nothing out of it. Not interested in chat. I want a 10s. nothing out of him. I'm not interested in the chat. I want to tan his hide.
Tan my what? Oh. No, it's okay. Don't worry. I'm okay now. Please.
Oh, yeah? What I heard didn't sound too friendly to me.
No, please. My tongue got ahead of my senses, or something like that. Hey, tell him to calm down.
Me? And why would I do that?
It was just a little joke.
So I mustn't have understood it because it didn't make me laugh.
Oh, I think I know what I'm supposed to do now, my bad. Except let's see what's in here first. Ah, nothing interesting. Alright. Suddenly talking in an Australian accent. So you've got to lure them away from the entrance there so you can get inside Warehouse 36. Cool. There's just no way to get up there since it's a broken ladder. Let's see what this does. Ah, I guess this is how we get in.
Let's see. Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
So that's how you do a reconstruction scene. See what this does. Voila. Interesting. Occultism.
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Awesome. Awesome. Fully reloaded that one. Interesting. Search the warehouse. Gotta get to the bottom of the so-called murder mystery here. You know, it's interesting. Now that I mention it, I think I would like to write a murder mystery as a novelist at some point. Sooner, not later, actually. How that will manifest exactly, I'm not sure, but something cool.
And
Uh-oh.
whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Look around you. Someone has settled it. Can you explain what this painting is doing?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? I'd like to go and see the mansion.
Of course. Want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? Open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay.
That woman is cat.
Can we go to the mansion?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building?
That is pretty high up. Wow.
That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Chapter 3, Garden of the Hawkins Mansion. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place thought to be abandoned revealed some surprises. Signs of recent occupation, as well as a partly charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins Mansion. Well, folks, I believe that'll be the end of part 2 of my Call of Cthulhu walkthrough. If you like this video, please hit the like button below, and also comment in the video what you liked about this video, and also feel free to add some constructive criticism as to how I could do better in future videos, as well as just the next one. Until next time, folks, I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old winching.